West Bengal, the land that once had prominent industries taking forward the legacy of British rule when the state was a trading hub. Kolkata, then Calcutta, was the capital of India until 1911, after which it shifted to Delhi. Over the past 5 decades, West Bengal's industrial landscape underwent a significant transformation. Several factories shut down or scaled back operations due to a combination of labor disputes, policy challenges, changing market conditions, and shifting industrial priorities. Traditional industries, including many jute mills, also witnessed a steady decline. For people across the state, this translated into fewer employment opportunities, slower income growth, and growing pressure to look beyond Bengal in search of better livelihoods. Leaving their city of Kolkata was a hard decision many had to take in search for better employment opportunities in other states like Maharashtra, Delhi, and the south. It was anywhere but Bengal, though their hearts remained with their homeland. The BJP government that entered West Bengal in 2026 claims to change perspectives for many in the state and outside. The question is whether promises made by the Saffron Party in the manifesto and the recent state budget can come to fruition. Will people who have relocated come back again to work in West Bengal? Lucrative employment opportunities may change the way West Bengal is perceived on the national map. Bringing the brains back to the state they call home is what the government says is its intent. Coming back into power in West Bengal for the first time was one challenge, but bringing in industry and employment opportunities into the state is what the BJP calls a mission. However, what the Saffron Party terms a mission to usher in industry into the state is a bigger challenge than merely winning elections and ruling the state for the first time. To deliver on promises includes various stakeholders like investors, industrialists, conglomerates, and manpower. Other important challenges include changing the mindsets of people who have been gripped by the passive approach to industrialization for which former governments in the state are often criticized. The Saffron Party reflects on the tenure of previous governments, saying that the task is to undo the 50-year mess that the state is in. In fact, Commerce and Industries Minister Taposh Roy says that around 6,688 factories have exited West Bengal over the years due to a non-conducive political environment for business to thrive.
We are preparing land policy, land bank, industrial policy. Incentives should be given to the industrialists to attract them after the departure of Tata from Singur and after the departure of small, medium and heavy industrialists. That is actually, the number is so big, a large number. 6,688 companies left to Bengal. So we are actually inviting them, asking Tatas and from abroad to have, because this time West Bengal will be industry-friendly state.
The exit of a Tata Motors car factory from Singur, which was the epicenter of land acquisition protests in 2006, has not been forgotten by the people. The BJP now wants to bring back these conglomerates into the state. It was in 2011 that the Trinamool Congress won the fight against land acquisition and propelled Mamata Banerjee to power in the state. This was a heavy price to pay, as the erstwhile TMC government was seen as a non-conducive business environment. Meanwhile, the land was given back to its rightful owners, but in a form that was neither cultivable nor fit for an industrial hub. The hope now is for industry to come back and create employment opportunities in the form of agri-industries, among other jobs, for the younger generation. The BJP government now says they want to open dialogue with investors in the country, including the Tatas, and encourage them to set up industry in West Bengal. What the government now offers investors is the ease of doing business with incentives, assistance for setting up, a single window system for clearing new businesses, a relook at the Land Ceiling Act, and a farewell to an environment of extortion. The battle for investor attention remains a challenge, as it involves competing with other states that already have business-friendly ecosystems. Dr. Shwapan Dasgupta tabled the budget in the West Bengal Assembly this June, signaling hope for the resurgence of industry and job creation in the state.
Everyone talks about Bengal's potential. And we've heard this term potential for such a long time. We now want to make it into, look, we can actually build it into reality. So there's that gap between potential and reality. It always used to irritate a lot of us in the past. That, we were thought of as someone where the past was more glorious than the future. So heritage is all right, it's lovely, and we'll protect heritage. And there's a certain part of Kolkata which will have a charm, which is, we hope that charm will not go away. But we have to move ahead in other respects, and we've got to build more cities. We've got to create alternatives. We've got to get people from outside coming back to Kolkata. We've got to have people Bengalis who've left Kolkata coming back. All of this is, the list of what we need to do is daunting. It's also very challenging and very exciting. And I think I can say that I'm really, it's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be a lot of relentless attention to detail. But I think there will be a satisfaction at the end of the day.
Like Singur, similar land acquisition protests in Nandigram, where a special economic zone was to come up during the Left Front's rule, now creates hope for youth in CM Shuvendu Adhikari's erstwhile constituency. In the recent West Bengal budget, a flyover was proposed to connect the hamlet to the industrial belt around the Haldia dock, opening up various avenues with road connectivity. The importance of ramping up rail, road and air connectivity in Kolkata and its surrounding districts is a key aspect investors consider while setting up industry. Improved connectivity also means the ease of people commuting to the workplace. 4 new airports, a metro rail proposal from Asansol to Durgapur, better road connectivity, and the Dankuni, Ludhiana and Surat freight corridors signals a roadmap laid out not just in and around Kolkata, but across the state. You also have plans for a second Kolkata airport an hour and a half away in Kalyani, similar to the Navi Mumbai model, 3 new airports at Purulia, Malda and Balurghat, and a boost for the existing Cooch Behar airport. Significant emphasis has also been placed on North Bengal, as the Saffron Party believes this region has been deprived of development and employment opportunities over the years. So, a super specialty hospital in Darjeeling, an AIIMS hospital in North Bengal, an IIT, an IIM, and a 50,000 square foot industrial IT hub in Siliguri at the foothills of Darjeeling is poised to pave the way for development, education, and employment. Information technology, artificial intelligence, and semiconductors are now 3 key areas in focus, with the budget's AI Impact mission seeking to position West Bengal as an important tech hub in the future, at par with other states. A semiconductor hub has also been proposed in Durgapur, but will companies extend their support with their expertise? The plans appear ambitious for West Bengal, which has been struggling to stay in the job creation map with other states. Notably, while implementing industry-specific proposals is a step forward, the timelines are uncertain. Nonetheless, Kolkata-based industrialist Sanjeev Goenka, chairman of the RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Harsh Neotia, chairman of the Ambuja Group, and Mayank Jalan, chairman of the Keventer Group, have welcomed the budget announcements. Industry-specific aspects factored into the budget appear promising. Rajiv Singh, Director General of FICCI, explains that what the state lacked was a solid industrial policy, which is one of the focal points of the budget. This gives industry leaders an understanding of which direction the new government is taking in a bid to make them a part of the change in Bengal's projected growth story. The Left Front's trade wing, CITU, has also welcomed the BJP government's move, saying it is ultimately about the welfare of the state and its development. Still, there has been some skepticism from CITU chief Anadi Shahu, who believes that the BJP government that has been ruling at the center for 12 years, has often deprived West Bengal of developmental opportunities. He added that the center and state working in tandem is important for changes to be reflected on the ground. The other argument that the CITU leader makes is that the state government should create a land bank for investors to help them obtain support from the state and central government, or else setting up industry in West Bengal will be difficult. Acquiring land for industry is also a challenge, as it has been for decades, because not all landowners would be willing to give up land. However, industry leaders have reiterated that they do not support the acquisition of land by force. In that regard, the Mamata Banerjee faction of the Trinamool Congress has also welcomed Dr. Swapan Dasgupta's budget recommendations, but has promised to speak up if these proposals do not materialize. Amid the politics, one thing remains constant: the aspirations of millions of people in West Bengal. For many, the hope is simple: that industries return, good jobs are created, and young people no longer feel compelled to leave their home state in search of opportunities. Every government has spoken of Bengal's potential in its own way. But beyond political promises, the real measure of success will be whether people's lives actually change. Can West Bengal truly reclaim its place as one of India's leading industrial centers?